covering news that matters. Fox 23 News at 5 starts right now.
We start with reaction tonight to the major decision by Epic Charter Schools to cut 357 employees for the next school year. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Shay Razi.
And I'm Nathan Thompson. We first told you about the reorganization yesterday, and today many of those staff members who unexpectedly lost their jobs came to work to pack up their things. New at 5, Fox 23's Jade Morrow joins us live from Epic Charter Schools in East Tulsa. Jade, you talked to now former staff along with parents of Epic students about the big changes made on short notice.
That's right, Shane, Nathan. When I first arrived at Epic, I was stopped by their security and told to get in contact with their public information officer. And their PIO told me that I could not be on their property or speak to any of the now former employees. Now, several of the teachers that I spoke to did not want to go on camera, but I did hear from parents who are now worried for what the future holds for their child.
And it took us by surprise, just completely by surprise, blindsided us. We had heard rumors, but, you know, they were big on no rumors, no gossip. And so, you know, we kind of said, okay, well, they're not going to do anything, but here we are.
A rumor that turned into reality for hundreds of staff members at Epic Charter Schools. The email sent out Tuesday says 83 teachers and 274 administration contracts wouldn't be renewed for the 2025-2026 school year, 357 people in total. Tracy Rapay, a now former staff member with Epic Charter, says she was scheduled to retire on June 30th. Instead, she was told Tuesday was her final day. She says, though she's not affected directly, she feels for her coworkers.
This is the main job, you know, that brings food home and pays the bills. I mean, that's a lot, you know, and so when from one day to the next, you don't have that, you know, you can't expect that anymore. That's tough for me to watch.
Not only is the staff feeling the impact, but parents and students are feeling it just as much.
I loved it, and she loved it also. She came, she had her little classmate friends. She loved her teachers tremendously, and so I hate to see this going on.
Lindsay Morrow says she's worried for her child and other students as Epic Charter will only provide one-on-one virtual learning or 2-day-a-week in-person sessions.
As parents at home, we're not qualified. We don't have a teaching background. We don't have the certifications to be able to work with our kids the way that these teachers here at the Learning Center site have the qualifications and they know how to work with the kids.
For Rapay, her time may be at an end with Epic Charter Schools, but she hopes it's not the same for her coworkers. She calls them her other family.
These people are my other family, and so I hope they can find jobs. They're excellent at what they do. The kids love them. They love the kids, and you can't always find that.
Even state lawmakers are voicing their concerns about the layoffs. Senator Carrie Hicks sent a statement saying in part, quote, "When we treat education like a business, we get business outcomes, restructuring, cost cutting, and closures. But our students are not profit margins. They deserve stability, support, and the full promise of a public education system that works for all." Live in Tulsa, covering News That Matters, I'm Jade Morrow, Fox 23 News.
Epic released a statement yesterday that reads in part, quote, "It has become necessary to implement significant streamlining measures. This process includes the difficult decision to adjust certain positions within the organization. These changes are not made lightly, but they are essential to align our resources with our education priorities and to ensure Epic's continued success in serving our students and families."
The parent Jade talked to, Lindsay Morrow, says she's hosting a rally on Friday morning at 9 at Epic Charter Schools Tulsa campus. She says the event is open to anyone who wants to go out there and voice their concerns and have their voices be heard.